Hello everyone, welcome to Cornflower Crafts. My nickname is Corn, and today I do have a project share, but I also want to talk a little bit, and so I thought I'd do my project share first for those of you all who really don't want to listen to me talk. But let me say this first before anything else. This is mixed media. This is home decor that I have. I purchased this darling little jack-o'-lantern from Dollar Tree, and I wanted to make it mine to display in my home. And as most of y'all know, a lot of my house is shabby chic, so that is what we're going to look at first. But I do want to say, if you look up the definition of mixed media, it is the use of a variety of media in an entertainment or work of art. And as in, whenever you bring more than one thing, one media together. So, to be real honest, most paper crafters are doing mixed media now. And you're going to say, Corn, no, I don't. Well, sometimes you're doing cards. You're not just working with paper. You're adding fabric. You're adding lace. You're adding fabric flowers. You're painting certain areas of the paper. You're bringing in more than one media. So those of y'all who are a little bit concerned or a little bit scared of mixed media, bless your hearts, you've already been doing it, without knowing it, I think. Because a lot of times on YouTube, when they talk about mixed media, they get into all sorts of stuff. For example, this. And for me, like I said, the wooden jack-o'-lantern, and this is a girl, by the way, and her name is Jackie O'Lantern. Yes, I am corny. You know what I mean? Not hence the nickname, because that name is in one of mine, but it fits. It really fits. So the first thing I did was I have some gesso, and I actually it's not heavy gesso, so I actually put 2 coats of gesso on it, all over, as you see, okay? And then I got out my acrylic paints, and this one is Wicker White, this one is Jamaican Sea, and this one this time is called Petal Pink, okay? Now, they're fun because you also take your little spray bottle here. Here's my palette and some of my colors, because I wanted this straight up and also wanted it lighter, and the same with the pink, straight up and lighter. And yes, they have dried out, and that's how I clean it. I actually clean it differently than some people do. I clean it after it's dried. Gotta usually any kind of container, anything, even if it's baby food container, just a jar, just use that for your water. And my brushes that I use this time, I use this one to paint on here with the colors, and then I took my spray bottle to have the colors run. And then when it came to the white splatter, as you see, I had a blast. This is a fan brush, and this one I got at Hobby Lobby. I have no idea where I got this one. Probably Ross. They sell quite a few brushes there. And this is great to, go, as you see, just get your splatters all over the place. So the reason I'm going step by step, you all, is because I did it the last time I did something like this. And and I was thanked for it because quite a few of my friends here on YouTube are truly interested in getting into mixed media. And like I said before, y'all probably already doing it, you know. It's just your main thing is your paper. So what I did next, hold on, I got to backtrack here. Like I said, I've got something on my mind, so I want to talk about it. But so that's why I'm getting going. Let me backtrack here. Now I have textured paste. That's what this is. See how it looks like a little lacy here, here, and here. Well, you all have seen this stencil of mine before. This is put out by Prima, and it is lacy. It's called Ornate Lace, and I figured I could use this one because I used it on something quite a bit smaller before and wasn't as thrilled. I'm thrilled with it on this piece. I think it looks really good on this piece. I did that first before I got my paints out, and it's a matter of, you can, like for the dark paint, you just put it here, and since it's acrylic, it's water-based, and then you just, and it'll run on down. And same with the pink the same pink that I mixed the white with, and spray it and run it on down, and that's what I got. And then when it came to these little flourishes, I don't remember where I got this dye, but a lot of times with things like this, you can get them in chipboard, okay? What I did, it saves me money. I do have some chipboard pieces, but I really wanted this size with this project. I don't remember where I got it, because when I got it, I took it out and put it in a sleeve with magnets on it, and then put it in a notebook. So, but I cut it here, as you can tell. Got cut here. And I die cut 2 of them, and it's out of 100-pound paper, white cardstock. I cut 2 of them and glued them together to make it nice and sturdy. Then I took my paintbrush again and put it in the lighter green, painted my little leaves here, 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 and here. Then took my stickles, and this stickles, I think it's crystal. Let me see. It is called crystal, yeah. Took the stickles and put that over there because, you know, that's fun, isn't it, to have a little glitter here and there. And so that goes down. On top of that is, you can just see a little bit of it. That's one thing that myself and others have said to me. When it comes to mixed media, a lot of times you cover up what you did. Well, yes, but hopefully you don't. As you see, I just covered up a little bit. I didn't cover up everything. But with my cheesecloth, that went down next. And the cheesecloth that I got, this one's from Amazon. It's a tighter weave. It's not as loose as the ones that you would get in the sewing department in Hobby Lobby. You know how loose that weave is? Well, this one is tighter. But I took it and I pulled it, and I frayed it and everything like that. Then as far as my leaves are concerned, I have a punch for these leaves here. And then this die, again, don't know where I got it because I use leaves so much because I work with flowers so much. This one. They go next. And then, oh, and that paper that I use with that die, Hobby Lobby had it on clearance, I think a couple of years ago. And it's just a little light glitter. See that? It just has such a tiny bit of green glitter on it, but I thought it was pretty. And I have to backtrack again because even before I put the leaves down, wait, Corn's organized this morning, isn't she? I put this down. And what I do with this is a ribbon from Hobby Lobby. I don't even know if they still sell it. And I cut the, the sides off. And then I try to take my scissors and make it a little more raggedy, you know, not just straight across. That's what I try to do. That goes down there. Then the cheesecloth. Then the leaves. Then this big flower is a Prima flower that I've had for a while. These flowers on either side are Prima also that I just got at the last Hobby Lobby clearance. But what I did is I didn't think they were showing up color-wise the way I wanted. So then, boom, go to my paint again in the darker pink and just paint just the ends of the petals on those guys. And I did the same thing with the white ones, these little white flowers, but I dipped that in the lighter pink and, you know, just kind of touched the petals and a little bit on the top. And those came in this pack, and that was this one. Sorry, guys. This one, and this one. They were up here. This was from the Paper Studio. I don't know how long I've had those. Don't know how long I've had the Recollection ones. And what I do is I do take the leaves off of them. That both sets, or all three, even this one, because the olive green just doesn't match my green. So, and of course these are the ones I was talking about that I just purchased. My last clearance haul. And then I took, you can do this with gesso too, but I did it with the wicker white acrylic paint because it was already out lightening up my other colors, and just go over it with the white, almost like a dry brushing, just very lightly, you know, touch your top of your petals to give that look. And then take that fan brush, dip it in a watered down wicker white, and I had a ball, but it got over everything. I didn't have it, you know how some people have that little box, or, you know, that they cut out the front and then they just go, I didn't have that. So it went over everything, but it was kind of fun, to be honest. It wasn't kind of fun, it was really fun. So, and I didn't just do, as you see, the lace up here, or the textured paste here, but I also did it on the bottom. And the back is like that. But that's just the back. So, and when I worked on it, one hint, if you all get one, they still have them at your Dollar Tree. This piece here, you know, if you want, it sits up like that. So I put it on the end, you can't see, but on the end of over the end of my desk, and it'll lay flat for you to work on. So that's my project. And Handsome was so sweet. Handsome came in and he was like, I want one. Well, no, he didn't say it. He said, I want that one. And I said, well, it's ours. So what he said, he kept smiling, and I thought, what's he smiling about? So I said, what? And he said, it looks like she has a little curl right here. And he said, now she's fancy. She's a fancy jack-o'-lantern. She's a fancy Jackie. The thing I wanted to talk about, y'all, is a couple of things. And, if you got to run, then thank you for stopping by in the first place. I really appreciate it. And you guys have a wonderful day. And the thing I want to talk about is I heard someone a couple of weeks ago talk about another crafter here on YouTube that does a lot of mixed media. And she said she's a real artist. And I've got to tell y'all, as soon as she said that, I was just like, no. Please don't ever think with your paper creations, or your knitting creations, or your music creations, or your writing creations, or whatever your talent is, please don't ever think you aren't a real artist. Mixed media people sometimes get into other creations with other even tools. They sometimes use different tools and things like that, but please don't ever think that you're not an artist. Don't ever think that your ATCs and your MDCs and your pocket letters and your cards and your journals, they are artistic endeavors. And please, please don't ever think they aren't. There used to be this discussion too in the fine arts world versus with the crafting arts world. I never bought into that. In my beliefs, we are all given a talent. Well, what we do with it is what we do with it. You know, some people ignore this. I know somebody that is so extremely gifted in fine arts, and they won't do anything with it. And it's like, oh, mercy. But, you know, that's it. We are, you know, given talents, but it doesn't mean that we have to use them. But I have been told here on YouTube that a lot of my friends here on YouTube tell me that they're going through stuff. And I'll be honest with y'all, I don't know a single human being that's not going through something. And yes, that includes me. But it's what we concentrate on, isn't it? And when it comes to our channel, it's what we want to bring to y'all. And my goal has been since the beginning is to bring positivity and to share what I did. I mean, y'all might not like what I did, and you even learn from that. If you don't like what I did, still you get to say, okay, well, I'm not going to do that. Do you know what I mean? And we can all learn from each other too. And I don't know, I'll be honest with you. I woke up this morning thinking, and this is in the wee hours, I'm talking 1:30 in the morning. I don't sleep real well. And I woke up this morning thinking about what that person had said about, you know, she's a real artist. And I was like, I've got to say something. Now, you can take what I say and take it to heart, or you can take it and throw it in the trash can. It's, you know, that's another gift we're given. We don't have to take any of this to heart, but please understand that your creations are a work of art, in my opinion. Let's just put it that way. Maybe you don't feel the same. Maybe you're like, well, I don't like what I did. Well, if you don't like what you did, if you're not happy with it, because we all sometimes make something that we're like, oh, my mercy sakes, what did I do? And as you all know, with the embossing, the heat embossing I tried recently, I admit it, several of those pieces went right in the trash can. I was like, I'm not proud of this. I don't think this is pretty. Plus, I failed. I just out and out failed, y'all. And, you know, depending on how you grew up and the influences around you, sometimes, you know, you're taught failure is not an option. Well, it is. You get older and you learn, okay, I went out and did something brand new and I failed at it. Now, either you can boo-hoo about it and say, oh no, I just, you know, I can't learn and I can't grow and stuff. Well, maybe your growth is not doing it again. Seriously, maybe it's just not your thing and it doesn't make you happy, because why create something if it doesn't make you happy? Unless, I have to backtrack on that, unless you have an order for it. I've had that in the past where, you know, I was given something to do some painting on, and I was, you know, you learn because certain things you paint on very happily, and then other things you're like, that's not working like I wanted to. But that one you got to stick with. But there's some things that if it's not your thing, I've had several of my subbies say, Corn, I don't like to make cards. Not my thing. Don't like it. I can buy it at the Dollar Tree for 50 cents or $1.25. So, you know, I don't. That's the way they go. And I understand that. I really do. Seriously, I do. But as you all know, I make a lot of cards. But I understand. I seriously understand. And I'm just saying that a lot of us are branching out. And a lot of you all said, when it comes to mixed media, I want to branch out. Yes, it's not cheap. I'll be honest with you. When you start buying this and this and this, and the gel plate, some people are getting into that. And our darling BB, she went and got a gel plate because she got it on clearance. That's the way she could get it, because this stuff is expensive. Seriously, it adds up. As you know, when you think, oh, I'm just going to buy, you know, like the texture paste and just a small thing of gesso, and then, you know what I mean, and before you know it, you're like, they ring you up and you're like, what? Even though you did the math in your head, you're still like, huh? This stuff's expensive. It is. It mounts up. It really does. And not everybody can do that. Some people make their own gesso. That's on YouTube if y'all need to do that. Even that, like this, even this palette knife. Now, this one I've had for a month of Sundays, I tell you. But as you see, this is one of my cleaner ones. I have one that I've had for 50 years that that's not that clean, will never be, because I was so exhausted after I finished something, I didn't clean it several times. So, but this is not cheap. It's got a wooden handle, and it's a good one. And this is what I use to put the texture paste through that stencil. But you don't have to have that. You can also get some texture. It's not going to be this thick, but with your gesso. And I saw somebody recently put it through with like something like a rewards card. Just, you know what I mean? Just like so. So it didn't cost them anything. If you make it gesso yourself, that's going to cost you something, not as much. You know, and there's things you can do without spending, you know, a fortune. I've collected this stuff through the years because I was just too shy to do it. Because I thought, oh my mercy, it's a system. You know, do this, then this, then this, then this. And it's like I said before, if you get to the point where you're like, I don't, you know, I don't know what to do next. And you're questioning it. And 9 times out of 10, you'll find the answer on YouTube, to be honest, on a video. But my little joke is, if all else fails, add gesso. Because that is like a primer. That's like your primer. And like I said, I've even seen creators put gesso instead of the white paint on the petals and stuff. So, oh, and I also meant to say that my very last thing I did were the sequins, the flat back pearls, and little stickles in the middle of the sequins. I do that a lot, as you all might know. So I guess in summary, this is a long video, and I'll be honest with you, most people don't have time to watch a long video, and I understand that. But just in case you do, and you hear me talking while you're creating something of your own, please understand you are an artist, and don't let anybody tell you you're not. Okay? Okay, in my opinion, let me say, in my opinion, you are. Okay? I know I've said something similar before, but when it comes to mixed media, they're artists too. You're an artist too. Okay? All right, darlings. Well, this time I'm going to say to everybody, that I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Bye-bye, everybody. Take good care.